Most of us wake up and immediately start scrambling. We jump from task to task, never quite finishing anything, never quite catching our breath. The to-do list keeps growing, the stress keeps building, and somehow, even on your busiest days, you feel like nothing important actually got done. But what if it isn't about working harder? What if it's about working smarter, removing the clutter and chaos and constant mental noise that's draining you before you even start? Today, we're going to show you how to take back control, not by adding more to your plate, but by simplifying what's already there. We're breaking down the top 10 most powerful strategies to declutter your routine, quiet the mental noise, and design days that actually feel manageable. These are not complicated life hacks, but more like practical shifts that create space for what genuinely matters. Whether you are drowning in tasks or craving more peace, these methods will change how you experience each day. Let's get into it. Tip 1. Capture everything on paper. Your brain wasn't designed to be a filing cabinet. Every unfinished task takes up valuable mental bandwidth. That background hum of half-remembered obligations, it's draining you. Do a complete brain dump. It'll include everything from launching that passion project to picking up groceries, including that dentist appointment you have been putting off. Big dreams and tiny errands belong on the same list. Once it's all visible, something shifts. Your mind doesn't work overtime to hold on to it all anymore. That feeling of constant anxiety starts dissolving because you're not scared anymore that you might forget something terribly important. Observe which activities are singular and which recur with regularity. This helps you build sustainable systems. Tip 2. Identify what matters. Now determine what should get your attention first. Look at your list through two lenses: urgency and impact. Urgency is what has a real deadline. Impact is what will actually move the needle on your happiness, health, or future success. Here's where most people trip up. They confuse urgency with importance. That email screaming for attention might feel urgent, but is it important? Meanwhile, meaningful conversations or personal development get pushed aside because there's no immediate deadline. Estimate the time for each task. Even those things that don't have hard deadlines need some boundaries. When you give yourself 2 hours instead of an open-ended afternoon, you work with focus. You may also find when you stop letting tasks expand infinitely that you actually have leftover time. Tip 3. Eliminate decision fatigue with your wardrobe. Think about Steve Jobs. Black turtleneck, jeans, done. He was eliminating one decision from his day so he could save mental energy for decisions that actually mattered. Consider a capsule wardrobe. Fewer pieces that all work together. About 40 items in a season, not including basics like underwear and socks, gives you a great variety without overwhelming choice. Stick to colors you like that go well together. Suddenly, getting dressed requires so much less effort. There's no more standing in your closet for 15 minutes. That's time and decision-making energy you just got back. Tip 4. Organize your physical space. Your environment shapes your mind more than you think. One messy desk isn't just untidy. It's a constant drag on your attention. Start with one principle. Everything needs a home. When your scissors, keys, and important documents all have designated spots, you stop wasting time searching. Embrace minimalism as liberation. Own fewer, but own better. That shirt you haven't worn in 2 years isn't serving you. It's just occupying space and making decisions more difficult. Donate it. Batch similar cleaning. Instead of wandering aimlessly and tidying up, clean every single surface in one go. You will wipe down every counter, then vacuum every floor. The real secret isn't the occasional deep clean, it's daily maintenance. Spending 10 minutes each evening resetting your space prevents an overwhelming mess from building up later. Tip 5. Declutter your digital world. Your digital world needs attention too. All of those open browser tabs, your desktop full of files, and the several thousands of unread emails are invisible mental clutter. Now comes the ruthless deleting. Apps you don't open anymore? Gone. Files from projects already finished, archived, or deleted. Blurry photos, unnecessary screenshots, doubles, deleted. Create a simple folder system. Your desktop should be nearly empty. Everything important goes into clearly labeled folders where you can actually find it. Dedicate one concentrated hour to inbox maintenance. Reply, delete, and file. Unsubscribe from newsletters you don't read. Silence all notifications except for truly urgent contacts. Batch your email. Check it at certain times, then shut it down completely. This prevents you from fragmenting your attention throughout the day. Back up your favorite photos and important documents on external storage. This will protect what's important and save room. Tip 6. Prepare go kits for regular activities. Consider how much mental energy you spend packing each time you travel, go to the gym, or have a day at the beach. Create pre-packed bags or detailed checklists for activities you do regularly. Work trip bag with chargers and toiletries. Always ready gym bag. Beach kit complete with sunscreen and towels. If you have no storage space, keep permanent lists. When it's time to pack, you're following a proven system instead of relying on memory. It eliminates decision fatigue and that nagging feeling that you've forgotten something important. Tip 7. Guard your time with boundaries. If you don't protect your time, other people will consume it. Not because they're bad people, but because they're managing their own needs. Boundaries aren't selfish, they are required. Communicate clearly about your availability. Let people know when you're available to meet and when you need focused, uninterrupted time. Saying no is an art of sorts. You don't have to make elaborate excuses. A simple, "I appreciate the offer, but I'm not available," is sufficient. When you respect your schedule, working during work time, resting during rest time, you stop living in that exhausting gray zone where you're always sort of working and never fully resting. Tip 8. Stop trying to multitask. Multitasking is a myth. Your brain cannot actually focus on two complex tasks simultaneously. What you're really doing is task switching, rapidly bouncing between activities. Every switch comes with a cost, and studies show that task switching can reduce productivity by as much as 40%. Instead, group similar tasks in batches. Make all your calls during one time period. Handle all your emails during a specific hour. When you put similar activities together, you keep the momentum going and work more effectively. Turn off notifications. That ping on your phone isn't helping you, it's training you to be reactive instead of intentional. Tip 9. Design a distraction-free zone. Focus is not about saying yes, it's about saying no. Your workspace should support concentration. Keep it clean and visually calm. That pile of papers you have been meaning to sort, it's a guilt trigger, distracting you every time you glance at it. If music puts you in a working mood, use instrumental tracks. Lyrics pull your language processing brain away from writing or reading tasks. Use your device settings with intention. Set up a do not disturb mode to let only critical contacts through. And even better, put your phone in another room during deep work. You respond to messages only in your designated times so they are not creating background anxiety. When you minimize distractions, you create mental spaciousness. Tip 10. Take care of yourself. You cannot maintain any routine if you're running on empty. Self-care is not a selfish act, rather it's strategic. When you're exhausted or emotionally depleted, even simple tasks feel overwhelming. But when you're rested and nourished, that same routine flows effortlessly. Eat because you love and nourish your meals. Move every day, but not as punishment, but rather celebrate what your body can do. Find movement that feels joyful to you. Protect your sleep as if it's sacred. Sleep is when your body repairs and your brain processes all that you learn. Continually sacrificing sleep is like trying to drive without refueling. Build in times of authentic delight, reading for fun, bath time, hobbies. These are not rewards for having been productive. These are the very things that make it possible to sustain productivity. You'll actually stay with the routine that includes things you truly enjoy. Remember that overwhelming morning we started with? A racing mind, a cluttered space, and endless tasks competing for attention? Simplifying your routine isn't about cramming more into your day. Rather, it's all about removing friction, the decision fatigue, the clutter, the constant distractions that make everything harder than it needs to be. When you capture your tasks, prioritize intentionally, eliminate unnecessary choices, organize your environment, batch your work, protect your boundaries, and care for yourself properly, something profound happens. You stop surviving your days and start designing them. You create space, not just in your schedule, but in your mind, for creativity, for presence, for what truly matters. That's what simplicity really offers. Not emptiness, but intentionality. Not less, but better. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more strategies on how to live with clarity and purpose. Here's your challenge. Pick just one of these strategies and implement it this week. Start small, build momentum, and watch how it changes your days. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.